Good morning, grade 10. Let's start with new topic, that is second topic from maths 2, that is geometry, and the name of topic is Pythagoras theorem. Now you are learning Pythagoras theorem since your lower classes. So we'll just revise first and then we'll see what is new in this topic. Alright. Now ABC is a right angle triangle because angle B is 90 degree, which is shown by this sign. Now what is Pythagoras theorem? In a right angle triangle, square of the hypotenuse. What is hypotenuse? It is the side which is opposite to 90 degree. So in this diagram, AC is hypotenuse because it is opposite to 90 degree angle. So square of this side, that is hypotenuse, is equal to sum of the squares of remaining two sides. Which are remaining two sides? AB and BC. So in short, in triangle ABC, where angle B is 90 degree, which indicates it is a right angle triangle, we have length of AC square of hypotenuse is equal to sum. Sum means addition. Sum of the squares of remaining two sides. Okay, so AC square is AB square plus BC square. Alright. So this is length, which we can write in this way also. AC square is AB square plus BC square. Now if you use other convention, for example, we can represent side AC as small b opposite to this, AB as small c, and BC can be written as small a. Now with this convention, if we use this small letters, with this convention, we can also write that b square is equal to c square plus a square. Okay, so Pythagoras theorem, you all know, it was just a revision. This is the statement and this is how it can be represented mathematically. You may pause the video, write down the theorem, statement, draw the diagram, and you can write this. Now let's go for Pythagorean triplet. Now what do you mean by Pythagorean triplet? In a triangle, you know there are three sides. Now three numbers which are satisfying this condition. So what I have written in a triplet. What do you mean by triplet? Triplet means group of three numbers. So in a group of three numbers or in a triplet of natural numbers, if the square of the largest number is equal to sum of the squares of the remaining two numbers, then the triplet is called Pythagorean triplet. Why Pythagorean triplet? Because those three numbers are satisfying this condition according to Pythagoras theorem. Here also one number square is equal to sum of the squares of remaining two numbers. And you know in right angle triangle, largest side is always hypotenuse. So it is said that if there are three numbers and the square of the largest side, now here 3, 4, 5 are the group of three numbers called as triplet. Now what is square of 5? 5 is largest number, square of 5 is 25. What is square of remaining two numbers? 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16. You add up the squares of two smaller numbers, 9 plus 16 will always give the square of the larger number if they are Pythagorean triplet. So 16 plus 9 gives 25. That means squares of two numbers, smaller two numbers, if you add, it will give square of the larger number. If this condition is satisfied, that group of three numbers is called as Pythagorean triplet. Is it clear? Now there are so many tricks related to how to find Pythagorean triplet on the spot, and they are very interesting as well as easy. So let us go a little out of the syllabus and see how to find out Pythagorean triplet. One formula is already given in your text. Of course, I am going to tell you about that. But apart from that, there are other methods also by which you can quickly tell what are the Pythagorean triplet. Now, this is a very common Pythagorean triplet known to everyone, 3, 4, 5. Alright. So, since our lower classes, this is the first Pythagorean triplet which we learn. Now, let's find out how to write other triplets as well. Okay. So, I am just erasing this upper part and we'll go for finding the Pythagorean triplet. Okay, first let us see which formula is given in your textbook. Textbook says that if A and B are natural numbers, but what is the condition? A should always be greater than B. Okay, then A square plus B square will give you one number from that triplet. A square minus B square will give you second one and 2AB will give you third one. Among this 3, always this will be the smallest, A square minus B square. So let us check. These 3 will form Pythagorean triplet. So what to do? You assign any values of your choice. For example, if I take A is equal to 2 and B is equal to 1, why I have to do this? The thing is, while taking any two values, make sure A is always greater than B. If you take A as 1 and B as 2, it will not work out. Mind well. What is the condition? A should always be greater than B. Alright. So, I have taken A as 2 and B as 1. You can give any values of your choice. Put into this and find out the triplets. Alright. So, if I take A as 2 and B is 1, see, substitute. A is 2. So, 2 square is what? 4. See, 2 square plus 1 square. So, 4 plus 1, 5. I got one number. Now, A square minus B square. So, again 4 minus 1. That will give you 3. And 2AB. 2 into A is 1. Sorry, 2 into A is 2, no? A is 2. So, I should be writing here 2 and B is 1. It comes out to be same. So, 2 2s are 4 and 4 1s are 4. So, you got all three numbers? 3, 4 and 5. This 3 number will form a Pythagorean triplet. Now, you take any values. You take A as 3 and B as 2 and work out by yourself. Okay? Now let's see another method which I told you apart from the textbook. Now see what I am doing. You got 3, 4, 5. This is known to everyone. 3, 4, 5 is Pythagorean triplet. Now see what I am doing. This is one method. Now see another method of finding the Pythagorean triplet. Now see students. If I have 3, 4 and 5 as Pythagorean triplet. Alright. You multiply these 3 numbers by any one number. If I multiply it by 2, okay, 2, 3, multiply by 2. By same number if you are multiplying, what you will get? 2 3s are 6, 4 2s are 8, 5 2s are 10. So this is also a Pythagorean triplet. Okay, now you divide by 2. Divide by 2. 3 divided by 2 means half is 1.5. Half of 4 is 2 and half of 5 is 2.5. This is also Pythagorean triplet. That means what? You write first one Pythagorean triplet and multiply it with any number of your choice. But with same number you should be multiplying all the 3 numbers. Whatever 3 numbers you get, that also are Pythagorean triplet. Isn't it interesting? If I multiply by 3, what I will get? 3 3s are 9. 3 4s are 12. 3 5s are 15. See, this is also a Pythagorean triplet. Is it clear, everyone? Okay. So, if you divide or multiply by any number of your choice to this basic Pythagorean triplet which is known to everyone, then also you are likely to get the Pythagorean triplet. Okay. Let me tell you one more trick. Now see students, 3, 4, 5 is Pythagorean triplet is known to you all. So first write like this. Now write all odd numbers. After 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Now to get this middle term, this is one Pythagorean triplet. To get another Pythagorean triplet, add 1, 2 and 3 terms. So this 3 we are going to add. 4 plus 3, 7. 7 plus 5, 12. 12 is your second term. Alright. Now how to get the third term? Now see, square this term. 5 square is how much? 5 square is 25. Alright. 5 square is 25. From that you subtract this 12. How much you get? 13. So you get third term. Similarly, 12 plus 5 plus 7. How much you get? 12 plus 5 plus 7. So 5 plus 7 is 12. 12 plus 12 is 24. Now what is square of 7? 7 sevens are 49. From this you subtract 24. What you get? Third term, that is 25. Isn't it interesting? This also, you add this to 1, 2 and 3 numbers. 24 plus 7 plus 9. So 7 plus 9 is 16. 16 plus 24 comes out to be 40. Now what is square of 9? 81. 81 minus 40. Okay, 81 minus 40 is how much? 1 and 4. So third number is 41. Now you add this 3. 1, 2 and 3. add, okay, you add 1, 2 and 3. 40 plus 9 plus 11. 11 plus 9 is 20 plus 40 is 60. What is 11 square? From 11 square you minus this 60. So 121 minus 60. How much you get? 1 and this is 6. So third is 61. So 3, 4, 5 is 1 Pythagorean triplet. Yeah, so 11 square is 121 minus 60 if you do, you get 61. So 3, 4, 5 is one Pythagorean triplet, 5, 12, 13 is another, 7, 24, 25 is third, 9, 40, 41 is another triplet, 11, 60, 61. So there are different methods by which you can find Pythagorean triplet. Okay? A small revision of 30, 60, 90 degree triangle which you have already learned in 9th standard. Side opposite to 30 is always half of hypotenuse and side opposite to 60 is always root 3 upon 2 into hypotenuse. Pause the video and take it down. Alright. Similarly 45, 45, 90 degree. Side opposite to 45 is always hypotenuse upon root 2 or you may say 1 upon root 2 into hypotenuse. This we will require for your problems. Alright. So that's all for today from my side, students. Thank you.